Okay, I want to look at, excuse me, Mr. Max. What is going on with all these Karens? The Karens, the people, these white people that are calling the police or screaming and just racial epithets and just absolutely acting like ignoramuses. So what is going on with all these people? And it seems to be more women than men, unless they just get called out on it more. Oh, they're so abused. Okay. Oh my goodness, really? So the Karens are feeling that they are the ones that are being abused. This is our cross to bear. Okay. We're saved by the blood. Okay. We're good Christians. Well, I hate to tell them that there are a lot of black people of color that are good Christians. Okay. If you have never seen, them getting down on Sunday morning, praising God, I hate to tell these ones in this white Bible Belt, and they're the most virulent. And you would think if they were Christians that they wouldn't do this. Okay? But they continue it. Our cross to bear. Okay? Now, I don't know why they think it makes them so special. And here we go with this one again, inspiration. They're not getting inspiration from the Bible with what they're doing. Okay? Christ did not teach that. Okay? The world. Okay, we've got their worldview. And we have the lovers. Okay? Well, we're going to have to look at some clarification on these to see what's up with it. Okay. I don't know if they are getting their inspiration at the churches they go to. Is this being taught? Is racism being taught in the churches? Yeah, let's see what we have with this. With the world in inspiration, we have a meeting. Okay. A meeting. Now it's interesting at this meeting, he's got a shovel with him. How many people take a shovel to a meeting? Okay. What kind of meeting are they going to? Ku Klux Klan? I mean, come on. And then inspiration and the lovers, their occupation. Okay. So what kind of an occupation gives you the right to do what you're doing? These Karens. Okay. So let's see what's above it. But to have this centered around the cross, the Christian upbringing, you're just looking at this going, oh, yes, we have the right, we have the truth. We have faced loss. Okay. And let's see what we have the other side. Holding to whatever we have. Now we have that, ridiculous craziness going up this, dare I say it, white power nonsense. That they're being discriminated. Whites are being discriminated now against people of color, and they're losing their right standing, may I say, this craziness. Yeah, his thoughts. His thoughts are on loss, and that I'm superior and I'm facing loss. Um, and yeah, this is again looking towards the church, looking towards the, where is this crap coming from? And we've got this standing of, I am paramount, and this holding on to whatever they've got. And this is the topic of conversation apparently in their living rooms, in their home. Maybe they've grown up with some of this. Now, I grew up in a house of my father was one of those crazed person. A person of color would come on the TV and he'd sit there and scream at the TV. I kid you not. I kid you not. Most ignorant thing I've ever seen, screaming at a TV. But this is what I grew up with. He's from, born and raised in Kansas, okay, German extraction, hard-headed, bull-headed, and I don't understand that type of thinking. I kid you not, I got married and he said, "What's wrong with you? Can't you get a white man?" He actually said that to me. Of course, my brother got married to a Korean woman. It's the best thing on the planet. Okay? Best thing on the planet. So, this crazy thinking that's out there, I don't get it. Okay? But yeah, there is no difference in people, only the color of their skin. They all have the same sort of feelings and wants. They want to have the best for their family. They grow up that they should be centered around religion, but religion has become toxic for some. Okay? We have the religion of, the truth of what Christ was teaching, or, the truth when you have it, different religions, whether it's Buddhist, whether it's Hindu, whether it is Christian, whether it is Muslim. And then you have those ones that take it and turn it into like this, which is a toxic substance. It gives them right and superiority to do what they're doing. Okay? Now, there's no religion of benefit that's going to teach that, you have the right to lord it over others. Okay? But this is what they're taking out into the world. As far as the lovers and inspiration, again, I think this is what they're getting from, this erroneous upbringing, and maybe the guy that they're with, and their occupation. Maybe they get snubbed by somebody of color, and then they're going to take it out on the world. Again, the worlding inspiration, the meeting, maybe they're getting this stuff from the internet, from the places they're going to. And, I've been watching lately this thing, the white man in white, what is it, White Tower or High Tower? The Man in High Tower. And it's this serial that they did, that if we had lost the war and the Japanese and the Nazis had taken over and they were divided in different parts of the country, okay, and you see this last scene that I just saw, the women are sitting around this table and just, bad-mouthing everybody, okay? Bad-mouthing Japanese, bad-mouthing people of color, bad-mouthing, it doesn't matter. And then the one woman, her son, and they're one of the really higher ups, her son is born with a congenital problem, which would require in the Nazi thing for him to be executed because we don't want him to breed and bring in bad genes, okay? So we need to take him out. Well, it was all well and good when it was somebody else. And then she was saying, well, you know, we can't have those type of people. It was good. Then they don't have to suffer. Now that it's her son, oh, it's a whole different thing, okay? So now the husband is trying to set up this thing. We're going to send him to South America. We're going to say that the Semites captured him and we'll never find him again. But he'll grow up and he'll be taken care of. Don't worry about it. He'll live the rest of his life, but you'll never get to see him. You don't get to talk to him again, okay? Either that or they're going to have to, the doctor gave him this injection to give him to kill him, okay? And the father's going, I can't do that. So he set up this elaborate scheme to have him kidnapped, okay? So anyway, let's get back to this reading. It looks like these Karens or these people have faced some sort of loss in their lives, and then their thinking gets skewed and they want to blame it on somebody else. Maybe they didn't get the job they wanted. A person of color got it. Now they're just off on these, horrendous rants and craziness again, okay? And again, it's the living room, so that's telling me, people are holding, like my father, holding to these crazy ideas. Maybe he got it from his father, and that's the part of the Bible that says they visit their sins upon their children, okay? They teach them through their own sins and their own drama. Okay, so this is what they grew up with. This is what they heard. Strong father, And let me tell you, Germans think they are the end-all, be-all, So then, yeah, and we've heard also some of these preachers in the South of late. Toxic, crazy, hard things that they're saying. So maybe this is where the Karens are getting it from too, their local churches. I've heard some things coming out of some of these Southern preachers' mouths that are just make your hair curl. It just, you're going, these are not Christians. They have nothing to do with Christ's teaching, yet they'll all be sitting there swearing that they are washed in the blood of Christ and they are saved and you're going to hell, okay? So yeah, so I think, looking at this, they're getting their inspiration, their worldview from the ones that they're close to, whether it's from their home, what they grew up with, these prejudices, or whether they're getting it at the last place you would think that they would get it from is at their church, their religious ones of guidance, okay? And that's the saddest thing to see. To see this at the heart and the center of the reading just really makes you a bit ill, really a bit ill. Okay, I can understand somewhat when this is what you've grown up with. Okay, this is all you've heard since you were a young kid. It's sort of like Korea. They're telling, or China. If you watch The Last Dancer, Mao's Last Dancer. It's about the Chinese guy that was ballet dancer. And, China, he grew up hearing that, we've got it so much better than the U.S., okay? You're lucky you were born here. In the U.S., they have so much poverty, okay? They grew up hearing that. And so that's what they think, okay? They grow up hearing that these people are inferior, okay? These people are taking away your jobs. It's like Trump with his thing with Mexicans. All Mexicans are rapists. They're all bad. They're thieves. They're rapists. We can't have them. They're bringing disease. They're, all that's toxic nonsense, which is not true, okay? Which is not valid. But you have those people that will hear that. And we've got how many crazy Trumpites out there, Trumpanzees. And I call them Trumpanzee because they're like the monkey in the cage that's throwing shit at everybody, okay? It's what they do. They throw feces, okay? They have not been educated in a correct way. And I don't mean, some of these people, yeah, maybe they have PhDs and everything. But it doesn't mean they have education in being human. Okay. And those so-called churches where they're getting it from, they have not read their Bible. Okay. If they read the Bible, if they just, I tell somebody, if you want to get in the Bible, first get a Bible that's got the red. Read what's in the red first. That's it. Read what Christ was supposed to have said. Get your bearings first. And then you can get into the rest of the New Testament. And once you understand the New Testament, then you can go back to the Old Testament with the hellfire and damnation, part of the Bible. But, when Christ came, he came to rectify that. Okay? He came to, re-instruct people, to get them out of that, stoning and this and that, and all the stuff they had in the Old Testament, of the hate. Okay? He came to bring reparation, to bring change, to bring enlightened views, to, because he sees what men had done and they had gone off on a bender. Okay? They had gone off on a bender. And everything was being corrupted. And like today, same thing. Now we have the corruption. On so many levels. Not only here, but the same thing in India. If you're in India, you hear them saying, it's the Christians, all the Christians' fault. They're trying to do this, they're trying to do that. Like you've got Nityananda out there. Oh, they're trying to destroy us. And nobody's trying to destroy them. It's all false, it's all nonsense. But it's this hate and division that they keep putting out. Okay? Hate and division. Okay? Where did Ku Klux Klan and these crazies come up with burning crosses? Where? How could they think that's a godly thing to do? These guys running around in sheets with a dunce cap on their head, okay, saying they're superior. I swear I saw online a picture of this guy in a grocery store wearing a Ku Klux Klan outfit, complete with the dunce cap, yes. So why are they hiding their faces if they're so proud? White pride, Ku Klux Klan, and they're wearing an idiot dunce cap on their head, covering their faces, yet they're so proud and they are so right and they're so righteous, okay? But they've got to hide their face, okay? If you have to hide your face, then no, you're not doing something righteous. You know you're wrong. And to wear a dunce cap on top of it and claim that you are so high up, I mean, it's laughable if it weren't so tragic. Okay? It's laughable if it weren't so tragic. Okay? And lately we've had these hangings. So once again, trying to stir up more division, more hatred, more, It's like, when are people going to learn? People are people. We are humanity. Okay? If they got rid of the labels and just said humanity, there's no more Native Americans, there's no more white, there's no more black, there's no more Chinese, there's no more, Mexican, no more. We're all just humanity. What if there weren't another word other than humanity? Okay? Then maybe there wouldn't be so much division that's risen up. Okay? And another thing I hate to see is when they come up and start waving all these flags. Because it's always us against someone else. The minute you start waving all your flags, we're superior, we're fabulous, and you want to, put someone else down. So there's so much craziness out there. You would think this is 2020, for Pete's sakes, that they would have a little bit more intelligence by now. But I think rather than gaining more intelligence, they are becoming dumbed down. Look at the education system. They're trying to dumb down. It used to be, remember, we were taught words phonetically. Not anymore. It's see and say the word. There is no way to sound it out phonetically. They are dumbing down the children in school. Remember, we used to go to the store and you count the change back? Not anymore. They have to put it into the cash register and it'll tell how much to give back. Yet again, dumbed down. Okay? So there are so many things that we need to look at. The dumbing down of the nation. Okay? The continuing to put this division in there, divide and conquer, Mein Kampf. Have we not learned anything? Okay? We need to get serious about taking back our country and getting rid of the useful idiot we have in the White House. Okay? Daffy Duck up there. Okay? Okay, Daffy Donald Duck. Whack, whack. Okay? He's not any better than the Donald Duck. Remember Donald Duck? Yeah, the duck that's up there. Okay? So we need to take the White House back from the duck. Okay? Because his buddy Pootie's over there laughing his butt off that he's got so many people on his payroll. Moscow Mitch. Okay? Jordan. The ones that are most rapid are the ones that are getting paid off by Putin. Okay. So we need to have a real wake-up call. Okay. You know, I thought it was getting better in the 70s. Yeah, the late 60s, it was horrible. Okay. And then we were trying to rebel as hippies. You were trying to rebel, you know, and you started having more humanity one to another. And then what happened? What happened to that? Then everything started getting worse. Okay, again, I just, we need to take it back. We need to have standing together. Okay? Again, doesn't matter what color your skin, we should be, you know, celebrating each other. Okay? And get rid of these fake preachers, these parasites that have taken over these churches, and they're teaching the most disgusting, horrid things. Get rid of them, shut them down, okay? So I'm going to leave this here. Much love and light to everyone. We need to make things better, and the only way it's going to get better is when we start with where we're at, okay? We need to teach our children well, okay? And we need to continue to go forward with some more humanity at the center of it. Much love and light to everyone.